Tonight, Russia is denying claims it meddled in the U.S. elections. CBS News, though, has learned the orders to hack Democratic computers came from the highest levels of the Kremlin. But President-elect Donald Trump is dismissing those claims. U.S. intelligence sources say when Russian hackers broke into the Democratic email systems in July of 2015, they did so under orders from the Kremlin. The sources tell CBS News the attack could not have happened without Russian President Vladimir Putin's blessing, saying the orders to do it would have had to come from the highest level.
I do think the Russians were involved as far as hacking the Democratic National Committee.
But after meeting with the president-elect at Trump Tower, Congressman Peter King insisted the question of motive is still not clear.
But I do know that all of the intelligence agencies that have briefed us up till now have said they do not know what the motive was other than to just disrupt the election and create doubt among the American people so that no matter who won, there will be a cloud over that person.
And today Trump tweeted, if Russia or some other entity was hacking, why did the White House wait so long to act? Why did they only complain after Hillary lost? The White House has suggested Donald Trump knew Russia was behind the hacks when he invited the country to find Hillary Clinton's missing emails. Today, White House spokesman Josh Earnest put the onus on Trump.
There are others on the outside who are raising these questions, and apparently that is striking a nerve with the president-elect's team. One way to deal with that is to start answering these questions.
Now, in spite of Trump's tweet that the White House waited till after the election to name Russia as the source of the attack, in fact, the White House actually did name Russia before the election in October, but they had waited months to do so. The Obama administration says it wanted to in order to keep political pressure off the intelligence community.